Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, all these buy now, pay later platforms have been blowing up lately. People are using them for everything: clothes, concerts, even DoorDash. And honestly, they work really well. You get fast, easy access to what is basically a short-term loan. Often interest-free, no upfront payments, and most of the time, no credit check. But here's the flip side. More and more Americans are falling into what is now being called shadow debt. What used to feel like a smart, flexible option is turning into a trap for a lot of people. So, please note that nothing in this video can be taken as financial advice because it is not. But today, I am going to show you a way to use these applications to make money from them. And more importantly, show you how it is a microscale of how the ultra wealthy grow their wealth. Let's get to it. Let's say you're planning a big purchase, like this mic that I'm using right now. This is a Shure SM7DB, an upgrade from the microphones you've seen in the past, maybe you've noticed from the recent videos. The bundle we purchased cost around $700. We bought two, one for me and one for Barney, the co-host of the channel, which after taxes and fees, the total came out to a very nice round number of $1,500. So when Barney and I purchased these microphones, we were financially responsible individuals and had saved up the $1,500 over a few months from YouTube revenue and sponsorships. However, before checkout, I was offered to pay for it with Affirm, who offered us an interest-free loan for 6 months. Even though we had the money to pay for it, I actually took this option. Why? Because if I'm not paying any interest, I can leave that money aside in a high-yield savings account or a money market fund and earn something while I make my monthly payments. So for us, we didn't have to pay any interest from the loan that we got from Affirm, but we put the money in a high-yield savings account, earning us 3%, which over the 6 months that we paid the microphone ended up giving us $13.13. What we did here is called making a spread, and it's the idea of borrowing money at a low cost, in this case 0 interest, and investing your own cash at a higher return, in this case 3%. The difference, the spread, is your profit. Now, I get it, the $13.13 is not exciting. You might even argue that it is better to just pay the upfront to keep your expenses clean, or to use a credit card to get the points or miles, because most of these buy now, pay later services don't allow you to pay with credit cards. However, you have to think about scaling up. Let's say you saved $200,000 for a down payment on a house, but your bank only requires you to put $100,000 for the down payment. If you invest the other $100,000 instead, say into the S&P 500 at a 7% return, while your mortgage is only costing you 5% interest, you're making a 2% spread on $100,000. That's real money. And this is exactly why you see wealthy people using debt, like mortgages or lines of credit, even when they could just pay it in full with cash. It's because they're making big spreads. And yes, there's risk. Yes, you'll owe taxes on investment gains, but that's all part of what makes up the return. The point is, it's not about the $13.13. It's about understanding the mechanics of how the wealthy think. Practicing these ideas now at a small scale gets you ready to use them at a larger scale later. And let me leave you with one of the best things I've learned in my 3 years working in ultra high net worth wealth management. It's not only about managing assets, it's also about managing debt. I'll see you next time. Peace.